Cabs and rideshares are the transportation of choice for millions every day, but some passengers leave behind more than just a forgotten wallet or phone. From bizarre personal items to completely out of the ordinary possessions, here are the top 10 strangest items left behind in cabs. 1. A live snake. One unlucky cab driver discovered a live snake coiled up in the backseat after a passenger forgot to take it with them. Fortunately, the snake was harmless, but the incident definitely made for a memorable ride. 2. A set of false teeth. Losing your dentures may not be the most glamorous thing to forget, but it definitely tops the list for oddities. A pair of false teeth were once left behind, and the driver had to track down the owner for a reunion. 3. A taxidermied squirrel. When a passenger mistakenly left a taxidermied squirrel in the backseat, the driver was left scratching their head. It's not every day you find a stuffed rodent in a cab, unless you're the one who forgot it. 4. A wedding dress. A bride-to-be accidentally left her wedding dress behind after a late-night ride to her venue. The driver received a frantic call, and the dress was quickly returned, but the mix-up was certainly a bit too close for comfort before the big day. 5. A box of frogs. In one particularly strange instance, a rider left behind a box filled with frogs. Whether it was a science experiment or just a peculiar pet choice, the cab driver was left with quite the surprise upon discovering the amphibians. 6. A full Thanksgiving dinner. A completely prepared, still warm Thanksgiving dinner was left behind in the back of a cab one year. Whether it was an accidental drop-off or just too much to carry, the driver was left with the smells of turkey and stuffing, but no passengers to enjoy it. 7. A pet rabbit. Another bizarre forgotten item was a pet rabbit left in a cage in the trunk. The driver discovered the furry friend once they arrived at their next stop and quickly returned it to its rightful owner. 8. A paintball gun. Not quite your average lost item, a paintball gun was left behind in the backseat of a cab. The driver had to contact the owner, who came back to collect the weapon with a sheepish grin. 9. A professional wrestling belt. A passionate fan of professional wrestling once left their championship belt behind in a cab after a night out. The driver got an interesting phone call from a very enthusiastic person who was eager to claim their victory trophy. 10. A human-sized teddy bear. Someone once left behind a giant, human-sized teddy bear in the backseat. The driver had no idea how it even fit in the car, but the driver ended up helping the owner retrieve the massive stuffed animal. It's no surprise that some strange things get left behind in taxis and rideshares, but these items are truly one of a kind. Whether it's animals, unusual collectibles, or everyday objects, these lost treasures add a whole new level of unpredictability to an already interesting profession. Next time you hop into a cab, make sure you've got everything with you, and maybe check for frogs.